Princess Diana never had to show skin to look devastatingly elegant during London summers. Meanwhile, you open your wardrobe and face that collection of dresses that seem like they came straight from the audition lounge of a game show. The heat rises. So does the desperation. How do you wear dresses in the summer without looking like you're heading to your mother-in-law's barbecue? The secret that queens of elegance discovered has nothing to do with necklines or hemlines. It's about a rule Jackie Kennedy followed as if it were sacred. Have you noticed how some women can move in summer dresses and look like Monet brushstrokes in motion, while others, well, let's politely say they look like they dressed themselves during a blackout using only touch? The difference lies in three elements that separate sophistication from, ahem, unrestrained creativity. There's a mathematical formula behind every flawless warm weather look, something French high society ladies mastered in Versailles salons. If you want to decode this equation of summer elegance, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell. You deserve to feel aristocratic even when you're melting from heat. But first, I must reveal the fatal mistake that's sabotaging all your summer dresses. The summer fabric myth unveiled. Everyone swears that cotton is the summer savior, but the truth is that half the women walking around look like they just ran a sauna race in paper towel costumes. 100% cotton sticks to your body like a second skin when you sweat, giving you that post-desert marathon look. The fashion industry has been selling this lie for decades, while high-quality synthetic blends breathe far better than cheap cotton found in most stores. Viscose, for instance, is cellulose-based with cooling properties that would have made even 80s Madonna feel comfortable in steamy New York. Linen has become the summer elegance staple, but no one tells you it wrinkles faster than integrity in a reality show. You leave home looking poised. 2 hours later, you look like you fell asleep in the car. The solution lies in smart blends: linen with elastane, cotton with modal, or viscose with high-quality polyester. Socialites learn to pick fabrics with just the right weight, not too heavy, not transparent like tissue paper, but weighted enough to hold shape without clinging. The anatomy of the perfect summer dress. Every woman has that one dress she swears fits perfectly, until she looks in the mirror and it looks like a rogue pair of tailor scissors attacked her silhouette. The hem length is off, and the entire line falls apart like a house of cards. The secret rule no one tells you about hemlines is strictly mathematical. If you are 1.60 or shorter, a midi dress might elegantly transform you into a hobbit, but the same dress makes tall women look like fashion editors striding for magazine covers. Jennifer Aniston discovered this in the 90s and never misstepped again. Necklines are elegance minefields. A V-neck plunging down to your stomach screams high school prom, but a tasteful V that ends at the right height elongates your neck like a magic wand. The ideal lies in asymmetric and boat necklines that offer sophistication without any PTA meeting vibes. Dresses without waist definition turn any woman into a walking potato sack, regardless of size, but a defined waist placed in the right spot is basic geometry applied to fashion. Sleeves in summer are like perfume. In the perfect measure, they're divine. In excess, they veer into Greek tragedy. There is, however, a golden ratio, a piece of stylistic alchemy, that can make any body appear sculpted by Michelangelo. Keep watching to discover this final precision detail that transforms a basic summer dress into pure high art elegance. The art of dressing for your body type in the heat. Most women still believe that summer is just about throwing on any dress and calling it a day. But the truth is that heat does not forgive proportion mistakes. It amplifies them like a magnifying glass in the sun. You know you are doing something wrong when you feel uncomfortable in your own skin despite wearing lightweight fabric. The secret lies in working with optical illusions. If you have wide hips, for example, an A-line dress will turn you into a walking circus tent because it adds volume where there is already plenty. If you carry weight around your belly, a cinched waist dress will create the 5 months pregnant with twins effect. Better to opt for an empire waist that flows from the bust like an elegant cascade, drawing the eye upward. The solution is to create strategic focal points through the geometry of the dress. For hourglass figures, a defined waist works because it enhances the natural contrast between bust and hips, creating visual harmony. The inverted triangle body type needs a deep V neckline to elongate the torso and visually narrow broad shoulders, while flared skirts add volume to the lower half to balance the silhouette. If you are uncomfortable with your arms, do not suffer under long sleeves in 35-degree heat. That is medieval torture. Three-quarter sleeves or off-shoulder necklines shift focus to the collarbone, creating horizontal lines that soften the transition. For rectangular figures, straight-cut dresses maintain the body's natural linearity without forcing curves, but details like belts or side panels can create the illusion of a waist where there is none. Reese Witherspoon understood this body math perfectly and has not battled with her reflection since. The triangle-shaped body needs the opposite of the inverted. The shoulders should gain volume with puffed sleeves or bar dot necklines, while the lower half should be more fitted to avoid amplifying hips that are already the silhouette's focal point. Visual freshness has nothing to do with showing skin. It is about creating movement and lightness through the cut. Dresses with gathered waists work for some, but for others, they become a biblical scale disaster. The golden rule is simple. If a part of your body bothers you, do not try to hide it completely, but direct the gaze to where you want the attention. But there is one mistake that 80% of women make, and it ruins any summer look. Colors that cool versus colors that cook. Everyone knows that black absorbs heat, yet half the women still insist on wearing black dresses in summer because it looks more elegant. The result? You become a walking barbecue while claiming to be sophisticated, and the elegance melts away along with your makeup. Physics does not lie. Light colors reflect sunlight. Dark colors absorb it like a thirsty sponge. But here is the plot twist no one tells you. Pure white can be even more unforgiving than black because it highlights every drop of sweat like a spotlight at a crime scene. The solution lies in soft neutrals and pastel tones that reflect heat without revealing imperfections. Prints are your secret allies against visible sweat. Small florals and geometric patterns act as natural camouflage. Gwyneth Paltrow figured this out in the early 2000s and turned subtle prints into the hallmark of casual elegance. Light blue has psychologically refreshing properties because our brain associates it with water and sky, while mint green offers a similar cooling effect. Monochromatic combinations in cool tones are more effective than loud contrasts, which create visual tension and consequently a sensation of heat. Summer dresses for every occasion. Summer transforms every event into an elegance minefield. You need to look put together, yet you cannot resemble a melting popsicle under the sun. Most women solve this by wearing the same basic dress everywhere, ending up looking like they're wearing an employee uniform suffering from an existential crisis. At the beach, a caftan is not a symbol of elegance. It is a mask of fashion laziness pretending to be sophistication. The secret lies in a structured shirt dress made of linen or cotton that covers without clinging, letting the ocean breeze create movement. Blake Lively mastered this equation and was never mistaken for a lost tourist in Cancun. In an office with broken air conditioning, layering a blazer over a dress is a recipe for thermal disaster, but a midi dress with three-quarter sleeves and technical fabric solves the professional comfort equation. The key is in the structure that maintains composure even when you're literally overheating on the inside. Day parties are the Everest of summer fashion. Dress too formally, and you become a walking overdose. Dress too casually, and you look like you came straight from the gym. Daytime sequins are like champagne at breakfast, technically possible, but questionable. For daytime events, opt for crepes with a subtle sheen or matte silks that capture light without overpowering the sun. The solution is dresses with discreet embroidery or interesting textures that create sophistication without visual weight. The wrap dress is the Swiss Army knife of fashion. It works at the beach with flat sandals, in the office with a blazer, and at a party with heels. But only if the fabric is luxurious enough. The same nude dress can go from day to night by simply changing accessories. A delicate necklace becomes a statement choker, flats turn into strappy sandals, and voila, a wardrobe transition without trauma. But there are some devastating mistakes that can ruin even the perfect summer dress. Fatal errors that ruin any summer dress. You splurge on a beautiful dress, yet 5 minutes after leaving home, you look like you've spent the morning in a Finnish sauna wrapped in plastic. The problem isn't the heat. It's cheap polyester disguised as modern fabric that turns any woman into a walking greenhouse, causing elegance to evaporate faster than water in a desert. The wrong hem is like a fashion guillotine to your legs. Dresses that end at the widest part of the calf create a sausage leg effect, even in women with gazelle limbs. The math is cruel. If the fabric ends at the thickest part of your leg, you automatically appear shorter and more blocky, yet no one explains this in the store. Volume mismatches are silent traps that sabotage even the most expensive dress. A flared skirt paired with puffed sleeves creates a giant Russian doll effect, while a dropped waist combined with wide hips transforms anyone into an inverted pyramid. Fabric that sticks to the body when you sweat is worse than unwanted second skin. It reveals every flaw you tried to hide and makes you look like you just ran a marathon in an astronaut suit. Now you know that summer elegance isn't about showing skin or following teen magazine trends. It's about mastering fabric science, proportion math, and color psychology. You learned that viscose can be more refreshing than cotton, that the wrong hem can cut your legs more severely than a mother-in-law's critique, and that light colors can betray you like an ill-chosen neckline. The difference between embodying Grace Kelly in Monaco and looking like a lost tourist at an all-inclusive resort lies in the details we just uncovered. Breathable fabric, flattering silhouettes, cooling colors, the sacred triad of summer elegance. But here's the real question. How many times this summer did you look in the mirror and think, something feels off, but I don't know what? That was exactly it. You were unknowingly making one or more of these mistakes. If you're ready to let go of feeling out of place in the heat, subscribe to the channel and leave a like, because elegance is knowledge, and shared knowledge multiplies results. Each time you apply these techniques, a woman somewhere in the world stops wearing polyester in the summer. The honest truth. From now on, you have no excuse to get it wrong. You have the tools, the knowledge. Now, all you need is the courage to let go of old habits and embrace conscious elegance. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to view your wardrobe with fresh eyes and make peace with summer. Because when you feel confident in your own skin, it shines through in every movement, every smile, every interaction. Comment "Elegant Summer" always if this video changed the way you see warm weather dresses.